Good morning. If you were a contestant on Ken Bruce's Pop Master on BBC Radio 2 and you got through to 3 in 10, that part of the quiz where within 10 seconds you have to name three chart records of the given pop group, and you were given the name of Boney M, how would you respond? Daddy Cool? Mary's Boy Child? Ma Baker? Rasputin? Or maybe Rivers of Babylon? It was to the music of Boney M singing by the Rivers of Babylon that I left the crematorium the other day, having celebrated the life of a stalwart Methodist. And of course, By the Rivers of Babylon by Boney M is based on the Psalms, Psalm 137. There, a long way from home, a long way from the temple in Jerusalem, held captive in Babylon, the captors taunted those who were there, saying, "Come on, sing us a song of back home." To which the cry went up and the lament went out, "How can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?" No longer being able to sacrifice in the temple, those who were in captivity had to find a new way of worshipping God, of sharing Holy Scripture, of saying prayers, and recognizing God's presence with them. This they did, and out of that experience, the idea of synagogue was born. But that cry of "how can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land" came about because everything was different. All the normal markers and signposts and things which they enjoyed were taken away as they went into exile. It was for them a very different and strange land. In these days, we too may be asking such a question: how can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? We take heart from another psalm, in fact 2 psalms later on, Psalm 139, that happens to be my favourite psalm. And there the psalmist poses another question: where can you go to flee from God's presence? The psalmist says, "Where can I go from your spirit, or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me fast." In other words, there is nowhere that you can go where God isn't already. And whilst our land might seem a strange land, and whilst it seems strange to those held in captivity in Babylon, in fact, it's not strange to God. For God is in all places at all times. It's not possible to talk about anywhere being God forsaken, because even in the midst of the mess and the uncertainty, God is there. How can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Well, we do, because God is still with us. And may we know his blessing this day and forevermore. Amen.